Foodies, Chef Ana Maris here, and we are kicking off Hispanic Heritage Month. So today we're going to start with Mexico. Here in the Houston area, or in Texas, we do have a lot of Mexican restaurants, and one of the things you'll find whenever you go to different restaurants is they each have their own salsas. So today I'm going to show you how to make your own salsa for tacos, for tostadas, for eggs, for pretty much anything you like to add a little bit of flavor to. We're going to make a salsa taquera, which kind of means salsa for tacos, but it's going to be the green version. I'm not showing you how to make the creamy version, which is very popular here in Houston, but I will give you a tip during the video to let you know how to make your own creamy green salsa. Stay tuned. All right, so here are the ingredients. So I have a white onion, and I took just a cheek of it. Probably, this may be a quarter of a white onion that's already peeled. I am only going to do a couple of serrano peppers because I don't have that many tomatillos. Then there's some garlic. I have some Mexican oregano, some salt for seasoning, and then some cilantro. A couple of things I wanted to talk to you about in terms of, and tomatillos. So when you go to the store to pick tomatillos, you want to check the skin, and it's kind of papery and weird. It feels like crepe paper. So, but you want it to be still soft. You don't want it to be super dry and papery. The softer it is, the more fresh the tomatillo is, and the better it'll taste in the salsa. So to take this is pretty easy. You're just gonna peel it off like you saw I did, and then you just take that off. I'm going to do another one. You just peel it off and just kind of give it a twist, and that whole thing comes out. What you will notice is once you take that skin off, or that skin, it feels kind of tacky. So these need to be washed really well. You want to wash everything really well. We're gonna give it a quick blanch. My serranos have been washed. I'm gonna go ahead and take the stems off. I'm going to keep the seeds because I want to keep the heat in them. But if you don't want your salsa too spicy, you can go ahead and remove the seeds, and I can show you how to do that in a minute. Let me just go ahead and finish doing these, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm gonna start by showing you how to deseed one of these. I'm gonna take the top off of this one and just put it in whole. This one is a little smaller, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the top off, and then just gonna split it down the middle. And then you have all the seeds. I'm just gonna take the seeds off of half of it because I do like a little bit of spice my salsa. But see how easy that was? You just gonna go in there and just gonna scoop the seeds and the little vein that runs in the middle. So for this, we're getting everything kind of whole. I'm going to go ahead and put my garlic and the onion. I'm gonna just cut this down just a little bit. It doesn't have to be super small because it's all going in the blender. And I'm going to start cooking this first. Oh, and also there's a lot of flavor in your cilantro stems. And I don't cook the leaves right now because then it'll turn the salsa not a pretty green. So I just kind of trim the ends a little bit. And then I'm going to put in some of the stems. Okay, and then I'm going to add water to this pot, enough that will cover the tomatillos, and then I'll add the tomatillos whole. Tomatillos soak a lot of liquid, so if you split them, you'll end up with a really runny salsa. I wanted to show you this one. It's not completely ruined, but for my purposes, I'm gonna skip it because by the time I cut this off, I just don't want to pull all that moisture into my salsa. And then I have this one. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just gonna try to see if I can get that, whatever that funkiness is there. Hopefully it doesn't go all the way through. Let's see. Yep, that'll work. So I'm going to start boiling the peppers, onions, garlic, and the cilantro stems first. And then I will add the tomatillos to the boil. All right, so I've started my water with the onions, garlic, and peppers, serrano peppers. I wanted to talk to you about another option. If you don't want to go with fresh tomatillos, you can buy the canned. And this just, you'll find it in the Latino aisle. I find this at H-E-B. And these have already been cooked. So you could buy this and then just boil your serrano peppers and onions and garlic, and then mix everything with the tomatillos in the blender. Until next time, see you next week, and who knows what country we'll be visiting. Hasta luego.